What's going on, Simulings? Happy Monday. I know we got a lot of you guys in the waiting room, so I see you all trickling in right now. What's going on, everybody?
Hi everyone. Hi.
Awesome. Cool. Well, today for this webinar, we have a very special guest from TexAu. So if you don't know, TexAu is a growth automation platform designed to help you generate more leads and scale your business faster. It's available on AppSumo right now, starting at just $49. So it is a great deal. Today we are going to dive into it. We have Vikesh here from TexAu, who's going to be giving us the walkthrough. Vikesh, thank you for joining
Yeah.
us today.
Yeah. Hi everyone. This is Vikesh from TexAu. Should we get started?
Yeah, so just before we do, I want to let people know if you have any questions, you can ask those in the Q&A box. Just hit that Q&A below the video. You can enter your questions there and we will circle back at the end. And I will be sending out a replay later as well. So if you have to hop out early at any time or you miss something, then don't worry, we'll get that out to you so you don't have to worry about taking notes or anything like that. But Vikesh, thank you for joining. And yeah, if you want to turn on your screen share, I will turn off my video share. And we can dive right into it, give the people what they want.
Yeah. Okay. So can you see?
Yeah, looks good.
Okay. So when you complete like the onboarding stuff, like all the onboarding stuff, basic questions and everything, this is the first screen that you will see. And this has all the automations. I'll explain like what TexAu is basically, and then we will dive into all the automation part that we have. So TexAu is like a growth automation platform where we connect different automations together and build complex recipes. So let's see, for example, like let's say you want to find LinkedIn profile URLs of say like 10,000 users, which if you have like full name, you want to find LinkedIn profile URL, or if you want to send a connection request, all those things you can do on TexAu using our automation. So when you complete onboarding, and this is the first screen that you will see, when you click on logo, you will see some of the onboarding videos that we have, which are like just basic videos that should help you get started with the platform. And then we have TexAu Spices. So TexAu Spices are basically a single automation that will do something on the web, like maybe sending a connection request or like extracting all the Slack users or sending a message on LinkedIn or extracting Facebook group members or maybe extracting commenters who have commented on a post on Facebook. So if you can see on my screen, these are all the automations that we have. Right now we have around like 90 plus automation, and we are like testing around 30 on our platform. So in the upcoming time, we will see more and more automation on TexAu. So this was like, we call this like spices. Then we have something called recipes. So recipes are basically a way where you can like drag and drop different automations together and create complex automations, kind of like lead generation pipeline. Um, so let's take like one like spice and see how it works. So for example, I'm going to use Slack user extractor, and here you can see my screen, right?
Yep. Yeah, looks good.
Okay. So here, like so basically Slack user extractor will like extract all the members of any Slack channel. So I'm going to use here you're seeing get cookie extension. So if you don't have cookie extension, you can click here and get cookie extension. I already have that. So I'm just going to like click on get cookie. It will add a cookie for me. And then here it's asks for like Slack workspace URL. Let's grab workspace URL. So right now I'm in like OG Slack, which is one of the like very big Slack community. So I'm just going to like use their Slack channel. And then in channel ID, let's pick any channel ID, maybe like Hangout, which has around 21,000 members. I'm just going to like pick this and add channel ID here. And max users, we can like extract about 20,000 members, but for the demo I'm just going to like write say 500, and let's click on like extract members. Let's see what we get. Yeah, so it now the automation has started and it is asking me to like take to results page. Let's go to results page and see what is going on. Yeah, so on results page you can see all the logs, and then here we have like spices and recipes. For spices, these are all the logs that you can see, and for recipes, just click on recipe to see all the recipe based like logs. So here it says like connecting to Slack, connected, scrapping 10 to 200, like 300, 400. So it's very fast. This automation is like really fast and gives you results very quickly. And if you like scrap like 20,000 members, it can be done in just like 4 to 5 minutes. And now you can see like all the users which were there. We got all the data. So if I click on show for 50, now we have like all the names, right? And now let's see how we can use this data to find all these people on LinkedIn. So as you can see, we have like first name and last name and full name, right? So I'm to like we can download this CSV and pass this data to LinkedIn profile URL finder. So
Hey y'all, not sure what just happened. I think he just had to hop off. Maybe something happened. So let me ping him. Apologies for that. Let's see if we can get Vikesh back on here. And once again, if you have any questions, feel free to drop those in the Q&A box down below the video, and we will circle back on those in just a minute. But apologies, please stand by. I'm looking into this right now.
hello.
Hey, gotcha. All set?
Yeah, yeah, something happened with my laptop. It just totally went off.
Oh no, that's all
Yeah,
right.
so
You able to jump back in?
yeah. So I was saying that like we extracted like Slack user members, right? And now we have like first name, last name, and like full names, right? So we can
Could you turn your screen share back on?
yeah.
There it is. Great. Cool.
Yeah, so like we have like first name, last name, and full names, right? We can pass all those data to like LinkedIn profile URL finder, and it will give me like all the LinkedIn profile URLs. So I'm just going to like go ahead and just type one single query. That's to like show a demo. We can use Google Sheet or like CSV, and like pass all like up to 10,000 or 20,000 rows. There is no limit on this one since we don't require cookie or anything. So you can basically like extract, find LinkedIn profile URLs up to like 50,000 members as well. And this automation does not require anything from you. So I'm just going to type my name and let's see what we get. Yeah, so it says found this as my like LinkedIn profile. So let's open this in a new tab. Okay, so it got my profile. Hello.
Oh boy. All right. Apologies, folks. This does not seem like it is an issue with on our end. I think Vikesh is having some issues with his computer. So I apologize for that, but hopefully he is going to be popping back in a second. And there he is. Hopefully we don't have this anymore. How are you doing, man?
I'm really sorry. This is like this has never happened, but like it's just like I think it's a bad luck for me. This is happening like my laptop is going like on and off every time.
Yeah, no,
Um,
it's all right. Everyone, let's give Vikesh some love. It is 2:30 a.m. where he is, and he's staying up late to do this walkthrough for everybody. Yeah, so and he's also not feeling well. So we appreciate it very much,
and
Vikesh.
like again,
Thank
it's
you for
like a
joining.
super bad luck for me. Like this has never happened, but like now my laptop is like going on and off. I'm really sorry. Like I'm really sorry for this one. Yeah, so now like what we saw, we extracted like all the Slack users, and then we found like their LinkedIn profile URLs, right? And now that like you have LinkedIn profile URL, what we can do, we can start like some campaigns on LinkedIn, right? Like we will first like we will view their profile, and then maybe like we will just send a connection request with a message, and if the connection request is like accepted, we will send a message, right? So let's go to recipes and see how it can be done. So recipes are basically like you can mix a lot of spices together and build complex workflows. So as I mentioned, like now we have LinkedIn profile URL, right? So I'm just going to use connect request. And here like you need to just fill all the data, right? You can click on get cookie button, it will be like added for you. And in profile URL, if you have like Google Sheet or CSV, you can pass the whole CSV here, or maybe Google Sheet as well. If you're using Google Sheet, you just need to like create some local variables so that you can use that in Google Sheet. So if I click on Google Sheet, here I'll click on variables, then local variable, I'll just give it some name, let's say like full name, and just click add. And in profile URL, just mention that local variable that you created, and then that's it. And message, if you want to like add some message, you can add a message as well. And if you want to send only to like second circle, you can do that as well by like adding here like true or false. So once you send a connection request, once it is accepted, you can like auto endorse that profile, or you can send another message with some follow-up, right? So I'm just going to like go ahead and like add LinkedIn message sender, and again like add cookies. Like you can write a message, and here like you can use some variables like first name, last name, or like full name, right? So you can basically customize, like personalize the message as well for each user. And then we have like follow-up as well.
All right, y'all. This might consistently keep happening, and I do very much apologize for this. Again, the replay will be going out later, so if this frustration is too much for you to deal with, I totally understand. We'll be sending that out with the full recording, so you can fast forward through any of these hiccups. All good, man. All good.
I think this is happening due to like Zoom. This is like Zoom is like causing some issue on in my laptop. This is like the first time I'm using Zoom in my laptop, so I think that is causing some issue. Yeah, so like we added like
Yeah,
LinkedIn
and if
message
you want
sender.
to, some folks are saying in the comments, it might help if you just turn off your camera. Maybe that'll free up some space on your computer. So feel free to do that in Zoom as well. Good recommendation, Gloria.
Okay. Now like my screen is visible, right?
Yep. Yeah, I got you.
Okay. So I was saying that like now you can like add a message, and you can write a follow-up message as well if that user has not replied. And like after this one, you can basically like add a lot of things as well. You can add some conditions as well. And then like you can auto endorse that profile. So basically like you can start your lead generation using LinkedIn, on LinkedIn using like recipes. So that's where recipes are really helpful. And we have like Google Sheet and CSV support. We have webhooks, we have LinkedIn message follow-ups, we have auto endorse as well. So a lot of things on LinkedIn that can be done. And now let's talk about Facebook. On Facebook, one of the like important like automation that we have is like group extractor. It extracts like all the members of any Facebook group. So let's say like you are into a business, and you have joined a lot of groups which are like similar to your industry or your business. We can extract all those members from those like Facebook groups, and then find those people on LinkedIn or maybe like on Twitter, and then basically like start your campaigns. And we have like email finder and verifier as well. Using that, you can find basically like emails of any user. So if you get let's say like you extract like all the members from Facebook, and then you get their LinkedIn profile, we will scrap their LinkedIn profile, and then we will use email finder to find all the emails. So now you have like all the Facebook data, and then like you have all the emails as well. And we are like by the end of like next week, we are adding like email integration, so you can start sending emails as well by connecting your Gmail or G Suite. So that is going to be really good. um, yeah, apart from that, I think like once you get access to TexAu, you can like try our different automations that we have. And we have public recipes as well. So if you are like just getting started, we have a lot of recipes that we have created that you can simply use it. So if I go here, you can say this 21 users are using this recipe. This is the output that you will get.
Who wants to do the countdown? Let's see. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, come on, Vikesh, killing me. How's everybody doing? You getting a lot out of this webinar apart from these issues that we're seeing? I am sure I'm not pranking you guys. You're liking this? Okay. Awesome. All right, then we'll keep stretching it out. Cool. All right, Vikesh is back, and you are sharing, Vikesh. I got you. Everyone's still super excited to see this. So feel free to keep going.
I can't apologize enough to like everyone. I'm really sorry. This has never happened before. I'm really sorry. We can like, I'll definitely record this whole video again and share that with like everyone who is going to like, who is watching this video. I'm really sorry for this. Yeah. So
No, it's
I was
okay.
talking about public recipes. So we have public recipes as well. Let's say like you're just getting started and you don't know how to create recipes. We have a lot of public recipes that you can use. So just click on this, use this recipe, and it will be added in your like account. Just like you just all you have to do is like just fill the data and click run, and it will start running for you. So that is also really good. And soon we are going to like add recipe marketplace. So any user who is building recipes, who is using TexAu, can like make their recipe public, and they can even like sell it on TexAu, which is like going to be like after 4 months. Like the selling part is going to be it will take some time, but like you can make your recipe public so that others can also use it, and basically they will learn your strategies that you are using for growth, right? So that is going to be a really good feature. And then we have results page where you will see like all the logs and how much time it took. And then like here you will see how much time is left in your execution time. Basically we count only execution time, right? So this is like really important part. And as you can see, I was like showing Slack user extractor. It took like 40 seconds to extract like 500 members. So you can just basically calculate how fast this automation is. And most of our automations are really fast. They give you like super quick results. So even like if you get 20 minutes of time, you will be getting a lot of data from those 20 minutes. So definitely this is going to be really useful. And you can click on results page to get all the results, and you can download the CSV from here. It will be like downloaded. And here like you can do some filters. Like if you don't want to see like ID, you can hide that. So that is all can be done here. You can do some search as well. Yeah, and then in CRM, CRM is basically a place where you get to see all the data, all the automations that you have run on like in the past will be available in CRM. So since I've been like testing a lot, this page is like super heavy for me, but it will load pretty quickly for you. So if you click on any automation, you will see all the past data that you have like received in CRM. And then here, like you can add columns. You can add a new column. You can add some tags. You can like do email finder as well, right from here. So tags are going to be very useful when we add email integration. So you can basically like using tags, you can segment users based on like different like filters. You can let's say like if you want to add tag for maybe your one business, then you can add some tag for another business, and that will help you in like sending different messages, like different emails as well. And here like you can request a spice. So
Hey, back at it again. All right. Mm-mm-mm. What's let me know, what's the best thing you guys have learned so far? Or what are you most excited to take advantage of? You do not want to hear me sing you a song. That would be bad for all of us.
uh, we are almost done. There's like just two more parts which are left.
No, you're all good. I might have to sing a song next time if you pop off again.
I'm not going to give up. So don't, I just want to like, I cannot even apologize enough for
No,
everything that is
no
happening.
apology needed. Totally not your fault. We understand, and everyone's loving this. They're getting a lot of value out of it.
Yeah, so request a spice is basically, let's say like you want us to build a spice which is like custom to you. It's not related to like any social media platform, but it is like something really specific to you based on any website. Then you can ask us to build that, and there will be some pricing. We can discuss all of that later. And then we have like roadmap. I would definitely love everyone to see our roadmap and where we are heading. We have a lot of integrations planned like Lemlist, Platformly, Hyperize, Milkshake, SalesFlare, ActiveChat, inbuilt proxy, desktop app which is coming in January. We have Zing for like all the German like EU region, like they don't use like LinkedIn, they use Zing, right? So we have Zing automations, Intercom. We are going to have like affiliates as well, and APIs. So yeah, in the upcoming time, don't consider TexAu as like a scrapping or scrapping tool. Is more of going to be like growth automation platform, where if something happens on your website, then trigger this. If something happens on LinkedIn, then send a message on Facebook. So all those things that you can do like by mixing different platforms, different with your website, and basically you can run their campaigns together. This is all TexAu is all about. So we are like, our whole mission is to help internet businesses scale faster, and like we don't want you to do anything manually, which can be automated. So that's what we are trying to do.
All set?
Yeah, you can
Awesome.
hear me, right?
Yes, I can. Cool. Let's see if we can go through a couple questions. And if you want to turn off your video as well, or your screen share for this, to maybe cut down on any unnecessary stress on
Yeah,
the computer, we
yeah.
can do that too. Let's see. So some people, let me go. I'm just looking at these questions now. So someone's asking how to deal with people with the same first and last name. I'm not sure if you have any advice on that one.
Uh,
Pavel is asking that. We can Pavel, maybe you could specify a bit more on that, and we could circle back.
yeah. So
Go ahead.
so what we are going to do is that like we are adding like, hello.
Hi.
Yeah, so what we are going to do is like we are like upgrading our automation where we will like won't show just like one result for each full name. We are going to like add like 5 or like 10 results for each name. So let's say like if there are like more people with same like my name, we will show you like top 10 results so that you can like basically filter out and see which one is like the perfect URL. So that is what we are trying to do right now. So in the upcoming time you will see an upgrade on our like LinkedIn URL finder or any other spice which gives like URL or like it finds anything. It will give you like top 5 or top 10 results so that you can filter out and choose the best one.
Awesome. All right. Filberto is asking, is it safe to run a Facebook ad campaign through a custom audience built with the data scraped with TexAu from Facebook groups or pages?
Yeah, so like I would say like as long as you're using like proxy and you're following our limits, it's totally safe. Like everyone is doing it, like all the big, even from like from enterprise companies to like all small like startups, they're all like doing scrapping or like implementing different hacks. So it's as long as like you are following the rules and you are using the proxy which is nearest to your location, uh, Facebook won't show you like any warning. So make sure just you're using the proxy and not like running automations aggressively. Just run few automations and then like move that to like next day. So don't run all the automations in a single day and just use proxy, and that should be like good. I've been like using automations on Facebook since last 2 years, and as long as like I'm using proxy from my nearest location, Facebook has never showed me like any warnings.
Awesome. And do you have a preferred proxy, or how do you recommend people setting that up?
Yeah, so like right now, most of our users are using Proxy Mesh and like or Luminati, which are these are like really good proxy. And then in US we have like Storm Proxy, which is again really good one. So if you are in US, definitely you can check Storm proxies. They have very cheap price compared to Luminati, and I would highly recommend that. For others, I would say get proxy from Proxy Mesh. There's also like cheap, and this proxy part will go like it will be gone after 2 months when we introduce like our desktop app, which can be downloaded and installed on Mac, Windows, and even Ubuntu. So you don't need proxy after that. So just we have already started working on our desktop app, and hopefully we'll be like opening our beta really soon.
All right, cool. Melanie is asking for LinkedIn. Oh. You still there?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Melanie is asking for LinkedIn. Can we find out who has viewed a post?
Yeah, so LinkedIn doesn't show that data, so I think we cannot find it. LinkedIn only shows like how many views we got on that like LinkedIn post, right? So that will be like, I think that is not possible right now since LinkedIn doesn't show us that.
Okay, cool. Michael is asking, will the execution time reset every month?
No, so execution time will be reset like after every day, like every day it will get reset. So if you, let's say if you get one code, like a single code, your execution time will be 20 minutes, right? So when you use like 20 minutes for like say today, then again like tomorrow you will again see 20 minutes. So it will reset every day.
All right. So Anina is asking, I guess for both Facebook and Instagram. On Facebook, can I Facebook message people? And on Instagram, can I DM them or message them?
Yeah, so for Instagram we have a lot of automations, around like 20 or something. So on Instagram we have like stories watcher, message sender, extracting followers, followings, extracting all the posts. So definitely Instagram is like most highly used on our platform, and we have like so many automations, almost like all the cases that like any user can do. So definitely like you can send a message on Instagram, you can extract all the followers, all the followings, you can even watch stories as well. So basically like you can do a lot of engagement work using TexAu for your Instagram business.
All right. How would I find fashion designers or models on Instagram or YouTube, and what options would I have to contact them if they don't have LinkedIn?
Okay, that's a good one. So for YouTube, we are like adding a lot of automations like search extractor, then LinkedIn, YouTube title and like comments, YouTube description. So if you have like a CSV or anything which has like a names, so then we can like basically search. We are like adding search, Google search as well, and get some like info from the Google search, and then we will like basically visit all those like top 3 or top 5 pages and extract whatever data we can get. So I think that will be helpful in like finding potential data about like fashion and what was that?
Fashion and models. Yeah, fashion
Yeah,
designers and
fashion
models.
models. Yeah,
Cool.
so I think
Awesome.
like Google search is going to be really beneficial when we launch that. So Google search is coming at the end of this week. We were working on that before like our LTD launch, so it's almost done. We are just testing it. So Google search is going to be live by this Friday.
Awesome. Very cool. All right. Stuart is asking, how long until you add unfollow for social platforms?
Yeah, so for Instagram it was like most like highly requested. For Instagram we are adding unfollow as well. We have auto follow, and even for Twitter we have like auto follow, but we don't have unfollow. So like again, our automation is like that automation really easy to do. It's all about just like clicking on 2 different buttons, right, for us. So I have told our team to like work on this. So again, this will be like both a Twitter unfollow and Instagram unfollow will be available by the end of this Friday.
Awesome. All right. Another question. So again, with Instagram, if people don't use their real name on Instagram, how do you find them on LinkedIn?
Yeah, that can be challenging. If someone is not using like their email, like the correct name, legal name, or on Instagram, then obviously it will be like very tricky to find their like LinkedIn, right? So we are like right now we are like checking if we can get emails from LinkedIn, sorry, from Instagram. Someone had shared a tool which was like scrapping emails as well from Instagram. We are just looking into that, and if someone is like using the incorrect name or like not the legal name, then it is going to be really tricky to find that person on LinkedIn. So I think like we won't be able to do that.
All right. Cool. Michael is asking, what is email enrichment, or how does that work?
Yeah, so email enrichment is a service using which you can find any emails. So we are just calling it like email enrichment, basically just the email finder and verifier. So email finder, it will take first name, last name, and company domain or company name, and using that we make some combinations. So let's say if you just provide like Google as a company name, then we first find the domain using the company name, and then we make a lot of combinations. There are like I think 23 or 25 possible combinations of any first name, last name, and domain name that we then start like checking. We check DNS records, we check MX records and all that. Then we verify that email by like pinging the DNS, by pinging the server, and if you get a reply, then it's like a verified email. So and again, like if you have huge list of emails, then you can pass us those emails, and we will just check which one is like verified and which one is like deliverable, or which one is like non-verified. That is what all email enrichment is all about. So it's just email finder and verifier.
All right. So we have a question about the actual deal on AppSumo. So are you able to increase the number of hours for the execution time for each stacked code?
So after like when you add like one code, you get 20 minutes, and if you add, you can like basically add unlimited codes right now. Each code gives you like 20 minutes, and so if you want to like increase that execution time later, we will be offering like on like during occasional deals like Black Friday or like Cyber Sunday, something like that. We will be offering like you can extend your like execution time by paying us some fee. So right now on AppSumo, you can get as many codes as possible and get like as many like lot of execution time, but it's not possible to increase that during the AppSumo launch. But maybe like next year we will be doing small deal again, and during that time you can extend your execution time basically.
All right. And how does this function for agencies? Could an agency manage campaigns for clients and use their social media accounts?
Yeah, so we are adding like org feature where you can add your team members. There is no limit on team members right now. So even if you have like one code or like say 10 codes, it doesn't matter. You can add as many team members as possible once that feature goes live, which is going next month. And then you can like add your team members. And regarding accounts, so we don't really check whose account you're using. We only care about the cookies, right? So we use cookies to authenticate as user, right? So you can basically use anyone's cookie. It can be your like your client, it can be your account. So we don't check that. So there is no limit on that. You can use as many cookies as possible um, and run all the automations.
All right, cool. Let's see what else. Will this work if I'm using 4 different Facebook accounts with 4 different proxies?
Yeah, again, as I mentioned that like right now we don't check how many like which accounts you're using, and we can't even like check that. So you can use as many accounts as possible. Right now we don't have that feature where if you're using a lot of different accounts, then we only check how many times you're using any automation and what was the data that you had passed. So let's say if you're using a good sheet which has 200 rows, and then you pass that to like LinkedIn message sender, then we check like if the current limit is let's say 100, then we send message to 100 people, and then rest of the 100 people will be moved to the next day. And then we'll process all those 100 rows, remaining 100 rows on the next day. So if you're using like different accounts, then that limit can be increased, right? So we are working on a feature where you can specify if this is your like new LinkedIn account or like previous one. So that way we can increase the limit for you. So you can definitely use as many accounts as possible, but right now the limit is on automation. So how many data you are processing in that automation, we check that. So there's no limit on LinkedIn or like accounts. You can use as many accounts as possible, but we are adding a feature where you'll be able to like add a check whether this is like a new account or like old account, and you can even specify how many LinkedIn accounts you have so that we can increase the limit for you.
Awesome. Will this work? Will the desktop app work for Mac?
Yeah, so desktop app, we are building desktop app using Electron. Electron is like a framework using on JavaScript, which is like which works on all the platforms. So it will be available on Mac, the Windows, even like Ubuntu. So it will be available on all the devices. Basically, all the operating systems will have that app.
Great. Okay. Well, that is all of the time that we have for these questions. I appreciate everyone submitting them. Vikesh, before we sign off, what are you most excited about that's on the roadmap for TexAu?
So right now we are like excited about so right now we are dealing with a lot of data. So data is all going to be like very useful on TexAu. So right now we are working a lot of website automations as well. So if someone is coming to our website, we are talking to Albracross, which is again kind of like discussion that we talked to Albracross, which has done LTD before on AppSumo. So they'll be like passing details of any website visitor to TexAu, and TexAu will check who that person is. It will find their LinkedIn URL, and then you will be able to like do all the automations. So you can see the value that TexAu will have in the upcoming time, and I'm excited to talk about the 3 other products that we are launching, which is TexAu Custom Audiences, TexAu Engage, and TexAu Analytics. So TexAu Engage will like we will create different communities, and you'll be able to like comment and like all different posts of each other, so that will give you more views. And add using custom audiences, we can prepare custom audiences, and analytics will give you insights which the platform doesn't provide, like how many views you got on LinkedIn, what was their geographical data, who was like your connection, who was not your connection. All those things will be available on TexAu. So in the upcoming time, we are more excited about how we can use data to scale businesses, and we are like very focused on AI as well. So AI part is going to also come. So we'll be like analyzing different images that user are posting. We'll be able to like add tags automatically on their like name. So let's say if you have a user who is like talking all about like landscape photography, like camera and all that, so we will add a tag that like he's interested in photography, and then using that we will create custom audiences for you. So once our AI automations goes live, the like platform will be much more powerful and scalable. That is what we are like really excited about.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, thank you so much, Vikesh. I appreciate you hopping on. We are going to let you go to bed, and I hope you feel better. But for all of you Sumolings that hopped on here, thank you guys very much for joining us for this walkthrough of TexAu. I think you guys saw how powerful it is, and kind of walk through a couple ways that you could be using this to make your business run a lot better. Again, it's available on AppSumo right now, appsumo.com/TEXAU. Again, starting at just $49 for lifetime access. It is backed by the AppSumo 60-day guarantee. So feel free to grab yourself a code or multiple codes, get those stacked, set it up, play around with it for your business, and see what you can get out of it. If you have any further questions or your question didn't get answered today, I apologize. But you can drop that question on the AppSumo deal page.
Yeah.
And
So
you can also go ahead, Vikesh.
yeah, one announcement, like we are starting like our webinar series. So we'll be like talking about each feature, everything that TexAu has like in depth. So it is starting from tomorrow. So you can join our webinar as well. And I'm sure that like that problem that we face today won't happen tomorrow. I'll make sure that won't happen. So you can start you can join our webinar series, where we will like talk about each platform, how we can do things on LinkedIn, how we can do things on Facebook, and we will really go like in depth and use TexAu to like build your lead generation pipelines, really powerful like automations and all that. So if you are willing to join, I'll add a link on AppSumo page so that you can subscribe to our webinar series and get updates from there.
Amazing. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Vikesh. This was fantastic. Get some sleep.
I'm really sorry.
Feel better.
I'm really
No
sorry for
apologies
the issue
needed.
that like everyone faced. I'm really sorry for that.
That is all right. We very much appreciate you. People got a lot out of this. So thank you, Sumolinks. Thank you guys. Let us know how you end up using TexAu for your business. We look forward to seeing you guys in there, and take care. We'll talk soon. Thank you, Vikesh. Have a good night.
Yeah. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
I'm really sorry. Really sorry
No,
again.
it's okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.